A wild day in Major League Baseball. This just in. The Toronto Blue Jays are acquiring second baseman Andres Gimenez from the Guardians. He spent the past 4 seasons in Cleveland, 3 Gold Gloves, an all-star appearance. He had 252 with 63 RBI last season for Cleveland. So, let me get my guy Matt Snyder back. Here at Primetime Pregame, I'm Eric Casillas. He's not expensive. He's under control. He's clearly the best defensive second baseman. Translate this deal for me.
It doesn't look great from the Guardians, and they were just in the ALCS. Their calling card is run prevention, keeping runs off the board. Like you just said, he's the best defensive second baseman in baseball. Their calling card is not letting other teams score. That one's tough. That one's got to be tough to take if you're a Guardians fan. He became pretty popular, especially after they traded Francisco Lindor, and Gimenez finished 6th in MVP voting in 2022. He had a great offensive season that year. His offense has definitely fallen off. Maybe that's the concern there, is that he's all defense and not enough offense anymore. The deal that he's signed right now, it's considered club friendly, but it is backloaded. It gets over $23 million a year for the last 3 years of the deal before he would get to possibly free agency in 2030. But it just doesn't seem like anything that a team in the ALCS should be doing right now. So it's tough for me to swallow that from the Guardians' perspective. On the Blue Jays, it makes sense. He's a great defensive second baseman. You would expect to get Bo Bichette to bounce back offensively. They've got Vlad Guerrero Jr. there. They're trying to put together a winner. They were in on Juan Soto, so they're trying. I just don't know what the Guardians are doing here. It's like I said, their calling card's run prevention, and he's the best defensive second baseman in baseball.
Let me be Cleveland, I'll try to play devil's advocate here. Yeah, he's cheap right now, but as you actually told me, the contract's going to escalate up and it's backloaded. And we feel like his best offensive days are behind him. And if we wait until next year or the year after, this was going to be an albatross. So we had to get rid of him now. We hate to see him go, but he's essentially, in our mind now, a great field, kind of no-hit, to use an old baseball phrase, good field, no-hit, kind of guy. What would be your response to that?
I would say that you're absolutely right. That's what they're doing. They're saying we're trying to get out of 27, 28, and 29, those dollars in those seasons. And my response would be, when you're in the ACLS, this is not the way to run a ball club that hasn't won the World Series since 1948. You just got within a few games of getting back to the World Series here this year. You should be trying to win for your fans. And these are the types of moves that really turn off fans in the smaller markets. It is, hey, we're trying to save money 3 years down the road instead of trying to win you a World Series championship right now, which, by the way, would be a financial windfall for the team. So that's what they're doing. They're saving money down the road. They're trying to look out for the bottom line, and they're saying we couldn't get out of this deal in 2027, so we're getting out of it now before we have to deal with that.
I wonder what the Yankees are thinking. They get Max Fried today. That's the other breaking news coming out of baseball, who's an ultimate ground ball pitcher. Yankees looking for infield defense. This guy goes in the division. Maybe that would have been a guy you could stuck at second. Now that Gleyber Torres is gone, you could have left Jazz Chisholm at third, and you got Volpe at short, and then maybe you bring in a defensive first baseman. You're like, all right, I got a good defensive infield, and we start from there. But instead, he goes north of the border, and that is the deal. The Blue Jays have acquired the former All-Star, former Top 10 MVP, and Platinum Glove winner. There he is, Matt Snyder, getting it done for us. We're getting it done for you. CBS Sports HQ. News, highlights, expert analysis, wagers, everything that you need, and it's free. Stream for free or go to cbssports.com/live